could really help with that early rotation.
Yeah. See if that Grok will be the key to victory for Verso time. We are living in the world where this is the 4th attempt so far from this stream. I mean, we're not talking about the other games, right? Other streams. But specifically, when me and Naisu has casted, this is the 4th time that we're going to see a double fighter setup with a utility jungler. And what a wall already coming out from Boro out there. Should be so much. Yue has to back out because of that. But no casualty from Aurora Gaming. They had to spend their Revitalize though, so that's going to be massive for Verso time. But yeah, going back, it's a double fighter setup. We say that their gold lane is not a traditional marksman. And that typically happens when you have an assassin / farming jungler. But in this case, it's a Fredrid. So Verso time are so all in into that early game. If they do finish this by early and mid game, this could be good. But come the late game, they will suffer from Aurora.
Yeah, Vengeance already popped up here too by March. So Demon Kite nearly level 4 right now. Some action here across the map from them too, but again, you can see what's happening, right? Demon Kite's just in that side of the jungle. He's going to go ahead and take a camp over here. Meanwhile, Zeno is in that mid lane with Kojic. So he'll make his way down to his camp, but now that Demon Kite's at level 4, he could potentially make a pick up top, knowing that Vengeance is not available, and that's why he's staying there. So hopefully March doesn't get caught here. Phantom Execution is going to be used. Oh, the Thorn Rose too. First blood going in the hands of Demon Kite, as I was just saying, Wolf.
Yeah, Aurora Gaming will be trading that turtle for that top lane kill, which I think is worth it for a Lancer as well as the Claude. But I think that they will fight.
This is all a distraction. It's a distraction to take the purple too. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to get this in time. They are going to rotate pretty quickly. Boro doesn't have the level 4, so Yue doesn't get caught. So it looks like he did take it. Yeah, did he take it?
Yeah.
He just
probably left a small
left a little camp.
Yeah.
So that is exactly what he wanted to do.
Zeno will not like what happened at their 1.2k compared to 1.4k for the Lancelot. Will not feel it specifically now, but eventually you will feel the difference between the junglers' farms.
Oh, they're making way to his purple. They want to take Demon Kites here after that. There's the setup, though. They're going to come forward. Full red, a feathered airstrike drop down. Light, not level 4 just yet. Ooh. And it looks like, Zeno has his purple, so they're just the ones putting the pressure now. I guess Demon Kite didn't get it, and now they're going to get pressured to further as Demon Kite falls. A big pickup for Verso time.
Oh, so you were right. They Demon Kite didn't have enough time to take out the purple buff.
Yeah.
Actually left that for Verso time. And then Zeno not only gets the turtle, but actually nail a kill. Collects his own purple buff, then invades, then gets a kill. 2-1 in favor of Verso time. Still a dream scenario for Verso time, and they're enjoying it. This double fighter setup, the payoff is in the early and the mid game.
Way better game at 2 for Verso time right now. Playing with this bit of an advantage that this lineup gives them. Boro sitting on 2 kills too on the Grok is great. You can see how aggressive he's been with this. So this should give them a clear take on another turtle. It's going to set them up really well in terms of the early game being under control here. And now for Aurora Gaming, they might just give this turtle up. They might just decide, what, it's not worth that fight to fall further behind. The turtle does spawn. They're going to knock down this tier 1 turret on the bottom side a little bit longer, but they don't clear it out just yet. Meanwhile, Demon is up top, does pick up a corrosive scythe now, so locking in the items. That's one of the things about the lineup though too for Aurora Gaming. It's got to cook, it's got to get there with the Claude specifically. You do have some damage with the Lancelot, of course, even to an extent. Edward on that Yu Zhang, who is having a hard time in the early game already. Like I said, Yue in that department, but you can see that Demon Kite just doing some damage up there, but they'll stall it out. They might force a fight anyway. A feathered airstrike with the Black Dragon form drop down. Demon Kite trying to get some space from Boro. I don't know if they can even get the turtle. They're still going to go for it. Zeno healthy enough, and again, that's the power, but Demon Kite will get the turtle under the nose of Zeno, but Edward's going to be the sacrifice as he goes down. And so Aurora Gaming will be able to get an objective.
Yeah. Verso time is completely nullifying this Edward. Oh my goodness, this Edward Yuzhong, and they might even get more. A flicker from Kojic actually connects a kill onto you, and they might want, or just clear the waves for now. Demon Kite was far too late to make any difference. Verso time off of this Boro Grok, the first big Grok. They're making waves, man.
Oh, Demon Kite, he's got to be careful. But Demon Kite gets a kill up top too. Demon Kite getting him some space. Traction Pulse going to be used. Does get a bit of a stun. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get away. Does have the Thorn Rose. Demon Kite not able to help this out. There's way too many members of Verso time here. Unfortunate there for Demon Kite, but a great play nonetheless from Demon Kite to get that solo kill.
It's going to be the Claude show now for Aurora Gaming. Everybody from their side is not having a good time. Even you can even say that the Demon Kite with 1-2-0. Edward 0-3-0. One of the first few times where you can see, well, not the first one definitely, but one of the few times that Edward has struggled. It's Yuzhong that they took away from Verso time, but fortunately for them, Demon Kite has had a great game, gets the first blood of this game, and then eventually gets a solo kill up top against March. So this is the glimmer of hope from Aurora Gaming. Verso time knows their timings. This is their power spike. Early game is their game. They gotta take advantage of this. They gotta make the most out of it. They gotta push a lot of turrets, get the first Lord, and hammer through Aurora Gaming. That is their win condition right now.
Verso time locked in for game 2, man. And this is the shades of what we saw when they played in Winter is Coming. Played against EVOS ID there, eventually Onyx Philippines, and now they're playing against Aurora Gaming Philippines, and they are winning this. Can they win this fight a little bit further? UA dropping down that feathered airstrike. Crucial ultimate used up, plus the dragon form. So now securing this turtle should just go to Verso time. Good decision making. Oro does go forward. There's the tech charge, a huge one. Demon Kite could be in trouble, can't escape as Castle picks up that kill.
This Grok, man.
Oh, Castle. Oh, he jumps in on the turret. He's going to get shut down by Edward. I'm not sure if they needed to do that, if they needed to put more pressure. They already got the kill. They got the tier 1 turret. And meanwhile, you know, this is the macro game. Demon Kite knows that he's got to scale up, so he might as well go grab a turret. Picks up another one down in the bottom lane. Let's take a quick look at the items here.
Yeah. Just the War Axe, a hammer for Demon Kite, 4.5k. Whereas this Fredrin is also 4.5k, but of course his teammates have more gold. A Sky Piercer and the glowing one for Kojic. And then of course Castle with that Oracle. I can see the Grok even with the Dominance Ice. And I think the most important one is this CC with this War Axe as well. But of course, 5.8k for Demon Kite. That's he's the richest guy in the lobby right now, which I think it checks out, gets to 101, and then of course the push down bottom lane. So you would expect him to have the Trinity pretty soon. Creating a power spike incoming for Demon Kite. Verso time, great punish onto Demon Kite. I think it was the Grok once again. Boro just making it so difficult for Aurora Gaming to engage in the team fights. It's gonna be up to Demon Kite now on how they can utilize the farm of the Claude against Verso time.
See if they're able to hold on. Again, this is a bit of a lead still that Verso time can work with. They're going to force a fight in the mid lane. Feathered Airstrike dropped down the Glorious Pathway. The tech charge able to knock up a couple. Dragon Form to the back line to force off Kojic into the fight. Edward will be able to pick it up with the Shaw Essence. Meanwhile, the rest of the team will crash down on Verso time as Zeno fell as well. And Aurora Gaming able to find a win here. A big final slash, though, coming for 2. Castle trying to do it again. He's going to go for UA. UA can't get away. A flicker forward. Light is right there. And he actually escapes, and Demon Kite as well. I can't believe Light got out of that.
That was great. for Aurora Gaming because they now utilize Edward. He gets 2 kills. He actually takes out Kojik. Kojik is the most important hero now for Versatile because
Castle.
he's actually the DPS.
What's
now
Castle doing?
overextending. Oh, this is bad. Doesn't have the flicker. He will be taken out. From 0-3 to 3-4, Edward has recovered so greatly for Aurora Gaming, and now they have cut the deficit to just 2,000. Yue has the Divine Blade, which is going to be important against Verso time, especially after the Athena Shield being picked up. Aurora Gaming is battle ready against Verso now.
Yeah, they might actually be able to go ahead and contest into this Lord and secure it. They're going to fight for it. It's going to go for a reset, taking the long way around because of that Rampart. Good usage there from Boro. Again, this Grok, so useful in dealing with objectives, especially on a broken wall map, right? So
yeah.
It's Aurora Gaming to decide, you know, we're not going to fully commit to this. They already closed some of the gold gap. They're going to go and get what else they can. So it's going to be a full reset for both sides. Castle, final slashing again. That's going to be down. They're going to force the fight in the mid lane. The tier 1 still stands. Feathered Airstrike being dropped down, taking Castle really low, but he's still going to be able to go back to base, heal up, and join back into this contest for the Lord. Oh, Dominkite gets caught.
Goodness.
So close.
Scary.
He popped the Purify.
Yeah, they had to pop the Purify out there. Now, Verso time are feeling confident because they know that the Cloud will not be able to run into them with the Blazing Duet and the Purify combo.
Yeah.
Both of those are on cooldown right now. Obviously, the Blazing Duet will be off cooldown soon enough, but
they should be able to get this.
Confident.
Unless Demonkite tries to steal the Lord, he gets space. A tech charge going to be able to knock up 2, and they're going to go down to the Retribution. Demonkite gets the Retribution off. They might just disengage. Light given his life for them.
Oh, no.
And Aurora Gaming securing the objective here. That's why you can't count out Demonkite's Lancelot or Lancelot in general. It's always got that opportunity to get the space needed to get in range and get that Lord.
So I don't know who called it, but somebody has attacked the Lord when it was about the reset. And I think that's some sort of a miscommunication from Verso time, or maybe someone from Aurora Gaming, maybe even Light, that actually sacrificed himself to hit onto that Lord so that it will not be fully reset. Nonetheless, Verso time had a plan to go onto heroes, to turn onto heroes, which would have worked. They would have taken down 1 or 2 members of Aurora Gaming, then reset the Lord, but somebody attacked the Lord, stopped it from resetting, and allowed Demonkite to get that Retribution off. And now Aurora Gaming are sieging up top.
Gonna go for the top here, forcing it in. Lord's gonna go for the charge. Castle jumping into the back line again, going for Yue. Does get the Purify out, and that was enough to go ahead and take out the Lord. So Castle doing work here, man. You know, going for that back line to put pressure there, not giving that opening here to Aurora Gaming. So they'll maintain the base turrets. They lose a little bit of damage on that tier 2 in the mid, but not too much. So Verso time still in a really good position. Amidst it all, you know, the gold is pretty much even across the board, but Verso time holding their own, you know, against Aurora Gaming at Philippines right now, but they can't let that mistake come through. You know, if it's a small window of opportunity when it comes to this next Lord in about 1:10, they can't let Demonkite get in that range. You know, they're going to have to block him out. I know most of the initiations have been to start the fight or to peel, but at the same time, they might want to look to just kind of zone out Demonkite or potentially pick him off to give them that Lord take.
Versatime has the right idea here to force some of the battle spells, the important ones, and the most important one will be for Dominkite. I think that's their main win condition. I doubt that they can do it again, just like in the previous Lord. Maybe this time Dominkite will be more safe. It's going to be going from the backlines, and obviously he has more items now. Although the Lancelot is also a good target for Versatime, it's going to be very difficult to actually take that down. So that leaves us to 2 options here for Versatime. Do they take the Claude or the Farsa, actually?
He's going to be really careful. Look at the placements here from Boro. Okay, he doesn't actually commit to that. I didn't know if he would or not, but yeah, they've got Dominkite under control. This Lord's coming up in 10. And so we'll see how Versatime adjusts to this contest this time, man. You know, they're going to have everything they need to win that fight. Potentially, again, getting them to a game 3. This isn't an elimination match. Just a reminder to the viewers out there, it's a best of 3, but it is a match to see who moves on forward to the play-ins for the playoffs, and the loser of this will have to go ahead and face off against another team. So we'll see what happens here. Lord's up. Good win in nature pickup now for Kojic. Is going to need that to deal with Edward. Dominkite waiting around that purple buff. They're going to bring this Lord to half health for now. Aurora Gaming looking for their opening. Light dropping down the glorious pathway. Going to force it anyway. Dominkite getting the stacks that he needs as he's going to join this fight with a blazing duet. The feathered airstrike drop down too. Good tech charge with the final slash. He pops the winner crown though, and he's still able to do the damage against Verso time. They threw everything for Dominkite, but what a great use of the winter crown.
Whew.
And with that, Aurora Gaming gets the Lord. They get the fight.
What a massive outplay out there coming up from Dominkite, and also coming up from Demonkite. Zeno, I think there's a lot of pressure that went onto him because he missed the first skill as well as the ultimate. You usually combo it up with your retribution so that you can get the Lord, but used it too soon. Pops the Appraiser's Wrath also too soon. Could not combo it with the retribution, and Demonkite just took that Lord away from him. And now, after Dominkite's outplay, Verso time will have to defend, will lose 2 of their turrets. Aurora Gaming feels like they can have this game longer. They can actually win it even if this goes 20 minutes because of the nature of their heroes. So that they will not be diving into Verso time's base. Gotta be careful now. But we'll see in a few seconds.
Black Dragon form dropped down too. It looks like Aurora Gaming wants all the base turrets if they can get it. Edward brought to about half health, but right now Verso time doing a great job managing the waves. Will hold on to that bottom base turret. They're going to pop the conceal. Are they going to go for an initiation? Rampart drop down. Is he going to pull the tech charge? He doesn't. Not the targets they were looking for. Revitalize will heal them back up from Light. Good attempt from Verso time, still showing that despite losing 2 base turrets, they are still willing to fight against Aurora Gaming here.
I'm still in it. They can feel that they can take out the members of Aurora as long as they are together, as long as they combo their skills up, as long as they protect Kojic, in fact. Is going to be the answer for Zeno. That is the Chastised Pauldron, which will be good versus the Claude. Thing is, will Dominkite actually hit him? Because I think what Dominkite is doing is to just pop the Blazing Duet and the Winter Crown in front of Zeno, and his next targets will be the backline. Gotta have to also credit Edward here, just being a man on a mission, just going in for the Kimi, making the beeline towards Kimi, in fact. Will pop his ultimate, go to where the Kimi is, force a flicker, maybe a dash, and just take out the main DPS of Verso time. I think it's the right decision here for Aurora to send Edward in that kind of mission. In that kind of mission where he might sacrifice his body, his own life. But if they take out the main DPS of Verso time, they will have a much better time when it comes to fighting.
That's what it's going to come down to here. You know, you got 10 seconds for that Lord to come up. It might try to force something to happen. Good use of the BMI. Just doing some damage to March. Lord's going to evolve now. Up to this point, the conceal's going to be used. Traction Pulse was thrown out too. A big tech charge. Getting the Purify out from Yue. Yue, well, wings by wings. Going to get stunned though. He's forced to fight. The Feathered Airstrike dropped down. Yue couldn't escape, but now Verso time split amongst each other. Boro's gone. They're being chased down to the back line too. It's a double for Demonkite. Just when Verso time thought they had the advantage, they lose to the trade, 2 for 1. They're looking for more. Dominkite still going to be able to unleash. Pops the Purify to stay alive, and they're going to clean them up further. Castle trying to do his best, but not enough. A wipeout for Aurora Gaming, and the waves will push on in. They're ready to go ahead and secure the victory. A sweep against Verso time as they clear out the lanes all together. Yue back up, but that's going to be it. The game goes over to Aurora Gaming Philippines.
A valiant attempt coming out from Verso time. They have found the good target. We were talking about either the